Future viewers, I'm impressed that you're still watching after all of this Shining Force. I've been taking a look at my longer videos and there's a conclusion that I cannot avoid. Talking about the game mechanics alone is not going to carry us throughout even this Shining Force game, never mind all of the others that are most likely in this channel's future. Yeah, you probably realized this a long time before I did. This running ring must go to roost. So how is this problem going to be solved? Is it solvable? Well, I think it is. But it's going to take effort on my part. And I have ever been a low effort, I was about to say low effort video maker, but honestly a low effort person overall. For those who know me, what I just said is not any sort of surprise. First of all, this this map no longer forces anyone on my party, so hooray for that. And let's equip that running ring as well. Yeah, this is all stuff I should have done off camera, of course. But I guess there might be someone out there who cares about what goes where. Anyway. Maintenance done. Well, this looks like an end of chapter map. Oh, the horror, the tragedy. It's one of those "why didn't you just join us" moments. There's not that many in Shining Force. Usually the bad guys are really bad. That's what makes it all fun and Saturday morning cartoonish. Oh well. So this map it's really big. There aren't really any tiles that slow you down. However, just how big is this place anyway? Why are there so many candles? Do we really need that many candles? Alright. So I've talked a lot about effort without actually saying anything about what I was going to do, which is a great start. What I'm going to have to do is talk about things that are not Shining Force during my Shining Force videos. Honestly, I should have started doing that in Shining Force 1 because this is... I think we've established pretty well that the decisions to make in these games are not complex. And they weren't back in Shining Force 1 either. Probably the only time that I actually had to make tough decisions was because I messed up really badly. But that doesn't seem to even be possible in this game. Alright, I'm done. I'll tell you what I have to do. I've already said talking about things other than Shining Force, but Should I talk about other kinds of games? Or should I talk about non-gaming stuff? Maybe throw some of that in there. I did a little bit of that yesterday, but 2 minutes of conversation? What kind of a weird point of view is that? Monologue. 2 minutes of monologue, probably not gonna cut it in a 45-minute video. So I might actually have to start writing scripts, or at least some kind of notes with keywords, like a high school presentation. Excuse me. Well, we got one enemy on the right. I'm not going to worry too much about that. So what's going to happen here is we've got some flying enemies that are kind of closing in, and especially here, and what they're going to do is attack on the staircase, so I want to keep my more fragile units pretty far and back. Well, I'm going to keep it with video games for today, but I'm going to try and expand things later on. So enough about the meta talk, what I actually wanted to say. There's another project that I've been working on in addition to Shining Force. I have not told a whole lot of people about it. This project involves bullet hell again. One of the 2 videos I have that have more than, say, 100 views was a tutorial about how to get into bullet hell games and other more classic kinds of 2D shooters. Turns out some people liked that. Now that video was about what to do if you basically know nothing whatsoever about those games, and since they are pretty niche, that seemed like a decent target audience. And the response I get kind of proved that. But what do you do from there? I mean, making another beginner's tutorial is not gonna be good. I worked reasonably hard on the first one, and I can't immediately think of what I would do to make a second video on the topic worth watching. Well, oh, right. He doesn't really have a spear. Oopsie. And this is not a great situation. I was not paying attention to that guy. That Minotaur had better not move again before either Wendy or Mayfair does. So what do I do next? Well, what's the next step in learning how to play bullet hell games? What I talked about was essentially how to start playing casually. I only barely mentioned practice. And even then as sort of an optional thing. Oh. Okay, this is the point where double attacks start to matter. But as long as I don't get, I don't know, both a double attack and one of them is a critical, it should be okay. That's kind of pathetic, isn't it? But what else can I do? This is actually not horrible because it means maybe a freeze 2 will do it. Yeah, freeze 2 will definitely do it. Technically freeze one can, but that could deal 9 damage, and that's embarrassing. Oh. Never mind. I'm not gonna have Nick do it. No, sir. Oh, you have the power ring. Okay, and it's not even equipped. Okay, fine. You be that way. Well, the next step. I'm sorry, I keep talking about, oh, I'm going to do something, and I never end up doing it, and interrupting myself and all that. So I guess I have a lot to learn with this whole new talking about other things strategy. So where do you go from there? The only thing I can think of is not so much persuading people to start playing more seriously, because that depends just more on whether people wanted to do that sort of thing in the first place. What I want to do is kind of better explain the process. Like, most of the media that I've seen about that kind of play is about people who have... It's playthroughs of someone playing very difficult games or adjustable games on the hardest difficulty, true last bosses, the secret ones, and not actually talking a whole lot about the process that got them to where they were. So I want to shed some light on that. And unfortunately, in order to do that, I have to essentially explain a lot of decisions that are involved, and also kind of explain how to practice. The good news is that there are other very helpful sources for that sort of thing. So, do I take a risk? No, of course not. That's silly. Well, that's an old friend. And it's not really less powerful than it used to be. Not with my characters the way they are now. Alright, now we can open up this choke point. This is an endeavor. Since the process of picking up a game and getting good enough to do something impressive, wow, they wasted no time there. That's a long and challenging path right there with many steps. Therefore, my explanation of it also is going to take a long time to make, and it's not going to be easy, and there'll be a lot of different things to talk about. So it's a real... It's not something that you finish overnight. I've been working on this for the last 3 months or so, and it's going to be at least another month before it's done. There may be a couple of technical issues in the way as well. And the reason it's taking this long is that in order to explain this in a way that people can easily understand, I kind of have to show and not tell. To my knowledge, I haven't seen anyone else who does something quite like that. Well, let's attack the backliners. We need to get rid of a couple of those. Ooh, this is getting a little tense, actually. Turns out that when the enemy, when you outnumber the enemy 12 to 4 or so, it's a good idea for them to use choke points. Can't even reach anyone with a big heal right now. Also, Aura is just better than Heal 2 right now because it reaches much farther, but I still need to walk a little bit more. Well, this is getting very troublesome. And yeah, I didn't mention it before, but that Fire Breath from Cerberus is a signal we're gonna start running into those defense-piercing attacks. Well, we already have, but they're gonna get more common very fast. Well, so if my uploads of Shining Force have seemed a little bit slow, that's one of the reasons. There have been others. Jeez. I don't like this, but I don't think I have a choice. Ooh, this is actually really tough because that Hawkman can fly around and attack Shade as well. I think I have to pull him further back. Still no Blaze 3. Oh well. At least magic isn't completely forbidden this time. Right. So I've talked about all that without really discussing why I in particular have decided to do this. I think I'm better at explaining than executing. I don't think anyone else is gonna move anytime soon, so I better beat this guy. I don't want him to get attacked twice. Like, if I was ever going to make a Ring of Red basic strategy guide, I think I'd do okay at it. Even though I made many mistakes. Oh, good. Wait, that was a crit? That was... okay, fine. I guess the first one was a high roll or something. Oh, good. Yeah, he kind of needs a couple of levels. He was starting to fall behind, but I think he's okay now. Alright, don't double attack. Okay, things were really messy at the top of the stairs here. It was actually kind of tense. But even so, I'm sure you noticed that the actual things that I had to do were not complicated. Pretty much the only thing that might be considered not really a no-brainer would be retreating units as they got low on health. That's video game tactics, not even 101, like more like video game tactics 10? Well, that's embarrassing. I do not want to let that thing fly around and do whatever it wants. So, I think I need to explain myself a little bit better as to why I'm doing a project like this. I don't think this will give much experience. But I guess it can't be helped. Those things are too, mischievous. I don't know if I mentioned it in any of my Shining Force playthroughs, but my channel is mostly for helping, well, not even really helping, for the benefit of people who I've met mostly in online games, although in a few other ways as well. It's more of a private hobby, kind of, even though, of course, YouTube channels are the definition of public. Oh good, I can attack first. And those things are... and videos like what I'm working on... oh well, that's a couple of rare things. Videos like that are very nice for kind of explaining what I enjoy and why. In fact, that's kind of the purpose of my entire channel. I'm gonna try an experiment here. Does healing 3 people here get 25 experience? Because I think in this game 25 is as high as it goes for healing experience. Yep, it is. Okay, so I don't have to group up 5 people to get the most experience out of that spell. That's good to know. Do I have Hell level 2? Nope, cannot reach. You know, I forgot to go over the new enemies. Well, there wasn't that much to go over. Hawkmen are just recolored Pegasus Knights. Cerberus, they have Fire Breath, and that's really all you need to know. Belials are back. They still have Bolt. They also have Dispel, but who cares? We have the Cleric with Heal 4, and worse yet, Attack, and they will sometimes even use it. Demon Masters return, and in addition to having Freeze 3, they have the Defense boost, which I really hope they don't use. And this guy. This guy is the boss. For a later game boss, it's not nearly as scary as... Well, I used Kain as the gold standard for scary bosses because of his ability to one-shot pretty much everyone I had at the time. He's not at that level. He's not even really close. His defense is pretty good, though, but now that I have the power ring, that's less of a problem. Nice timing there. Was it a coincidence? I don't know. Don't know about that. So, as I was saying, I made the first tutorial on bullet hell games. And it kind of got a following that I didn't expect. Unfortunately, I didn't really stick with videos of that quality or even topic after that, which may explain a few things. It was too much work. That's the excuse I use. And it was actually quite a bit of work in editing and script writing and all that. But I could have made more videos about bullet hell games, maybe. The next one that I made was about a year later, and that's because, well, many reasons, but one was I'm way too much of a perfectionist with that sort of thing. Don't get me started. So most people who saw my first tutorial on the basics have probably forgotten about me by the time I come out with the second one. So I'm probably going to have to advertise it a little bit. I know a couple of forums dedicated to those games. Maybe I can get the word out a little bit. Because if I can possibly reach the number of people with the second video as I did with the first, I might help people better understand what's involved with taking the big plunge to play a game seriously, well, sort of, and what exactly you do to reach a higher level with that sort of thing. I want to demystify the process. That's the phrasing I plan to use in my video as well. Because there are a lot of casual players, and the general feeling I get is... well, it has to do with the way it's presented. As I said, while videos of high-level play will talk about how the game works, they don't really talk about the process of getting able to make use of that knowledge or acquiring it in the first place. So they kind of give the impression that people are born with those skills, and that's not even close. Not even in a figurative sense. So I want to talk about a lot of the decisions involved in getting there. I think I mentioned that before. And kind of explain how someone who's not really familiar with it can kind of get started if there's a game that they like. I don't want to... Oh, Freeze 3. That's gonna be scary. Fortunately, this guy has a lot of health. Yeah, so approaching this bunch of enemies is actually pretty challenging because there's 3 enemies that pierce defense right here. Like the Cerberus obviously does, the Demon Master obviously does, and the Belial also has Bolt. So those people combined, they could probably finish off any given character easily. So I need to examine enemy defenses here. Yeah, I think I better take out the Demon Master, because that'll make moving around a little bit easier. I mean, yes, the Belial will also have Bolt 1, but that's not quite an attack on the same level as Freeze 3, you know what I mean? So moving next to a target of a spell, especially when... yeah, I'm probably better off not doing that. It's probably better for Cray to do that, because Heal 2 is very useful when you have to stick with Shining Force formation. So, I mentioned before, this project is not necessarily to convince people to take the plunge, because if you just want to play a game casually, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Nothing whatsoever. The attack of 48 versus 31. Nah, not with the 15% defense bonus. That's not gonna work. Stonks could do it, though. Yeah, let's pull him back a little bit. Oh yeah, Nick could also do it. No problem. So that should work out. Alright, good stats. What I want to do is to help people understand the process better so that they have the tools to figure out whether it's right for them. That took a long time to say that, and I interrupt myself so much. What I hope is that I can reach people who were not really even considering practice a game over a long period of time, because they didn't really know if they could do it and how exactly what it would be done and what they would have to be ready for. Oh, that's a little bit ominous. Yeah, let's deal with you. Gotta get rid of that area of effect caster as soon as possible. Ouch. Yeah, scary, scary. Level 4, okay. Heal 3 wouldn't have been enough? Well, actually, no. That heals around 20, doesn't it? Ah, it hurts, but I gotta retreat you. Also, these guys are weak against freeze. Not so weak that freeze 2 would have finished it off, but still nice to know. Dang it. Oh well. Well, normally I'm not a fan of having my highest level hero get a kill, but Belial's... they're a fairly late game enemy, and I suspect they might stick around a little bit, so it's not surprising that they'd have a high... okay, would you get instant killed? If your defense is 20-something... it's a little iffy. Sorry, you gotta stay away a little bit. So, are the rest of you guys hurt? A little bit? Not really. I'll cast Aura anyway. I'm not gonna really need heal 3 anymore. And I could use the extra experience. And still not a level. She must have started, I don't know, did she gain a level without me even realizing it? Maybe. Well, so about heal 4, it doesn't care about how much health you have. It's a full recovery no matter what, which is why I'm very glad that the priest did not stay next to that boss right there, or even worse, hung back a bit while the boss moved forward and attacked. That would have been annoying to deal with. Yeah, the Cerberus just moved. Well, I think I've explained just about everything that I need to with what I'm doing and why for that other genre of games that you may or may not care about. Right, I think I should have Wendy use the power ring on Gian. Level 9? Maybe not. I went to get experience for Wendy, but... Well, actually, Yisha needs it more, so never mind. And she can reach it as well. And it's not like that's gonna miss. Well, Blaze is obviously not a good choice, but nothing resists Bolt. It's a... well, does it deal 12 damage? Let's find out. Yep, sure does. Still 6 more levels to learn Bolt 2, though. That's gonna be a journey. Whoa, whoa, the boss isn't even attacking? Oh, right. Doesn't even want to. Story and gameplay integration? Was that on purpose? I don't know. So, is it okay for me to use the last of my healing like that? I don't think so. Ugh. I'll lose out a little experience, but it's still better to not die. Yeah, that's a pretty good attack boost. And it didn't damage the power ring. Hooray! I can keep using it for now. Are you going to survive a hit? Yes, it's going to be close, but yes. Alright, I'll need every point of defense I can get very soon. Although Heal 3 is going to help. Man, I don't use Heal 3 very often because it's not efficient, but sometimes when you encounter an emergency that you caused yourself, this can happen. Cray is also a good target for the power ring. Say what? Okay. Well, good thing I did that. And also the boss attacked right after that healing, so I was kind of at the mercy of the turn order right there. Scary. And his defense power is apparently quite high. I might actually be better off using the halberd as an item when it comes to dealing damage, but that's so expensive. Like, yeah, that's a crit. Alright, so they did a good job of designing his stats. And I need to surround the boss, otherwise he'll walk around and hit one of my archers, most likely. Yeah, I might as well not hold back on the MP right now. I think he resists magic a little bit. And turns out it's a good thing I reserved some MP. Huh, so it is closer to 30. Live and learn. That actually makes heal 3 not bad, efficiency-wise. It costs around 3 times as much, but it also restores... Well, no, that's more like twice as much, never mind. Yeah, now's not the time to worry about experience growth. Alright, well, I have some goals ahead of me when it comes to... Oh, Bolt 2! Nick learns it pretty early. Well... Right. There were a whole lot of prisoners here, weren't they? So, let me guess. We only get one new recruit, don't we? Yeah, Luke, or Lug, as the more accurate translation puts it, he was pretty tough. You remember how he was in Shining Force 1. He was roughly equal to Musashi when it comes to fighting ability, and that's not small praise. So, I do plan to keep talking about other things. Hopefully I'll be a little more smooth about it next time. This is something that's a little bit new to me. I would like to thank you, as always, for your patience. And next time we're gonna see what Chapter 4 is like. Final chapter of the game. I think this one might have more battles than the previous ones, though I cannot be sure. But, I guess that's it for now. See you next time.